Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. I'm Jackson Vunganyi, and as always on this show, we bring you the latest in film, television, culture, fashion, sports from around the world. Let's go. And we begin with Rhythm Plus Flow, and that's the name of a new music competition show coming to Netflix, hosted by none other than Cardi B, Chance the Rapper, and T.I. The multi-city search for the next hip-hop star plays out across 10 episodes for the 3 weeks starting next month. Check it out.
Let the games begin.
This is hip-hop's first legit TV competition.
Gonna be litty like a
We're about to make music history.
Survey says Family Feud is coming to Africa. Comedian Steve Harvey is bringing the legendary US game show to Ghana and South Africa, with production expected to begin later this year. Family Feud is a show where two teams of families compete to win cash and prizes by naming the most popular responses to survey questions about everyday things. Already launched in more than 70 markets, including the UK, Australia, and France, Steve Harvey says that bringing Family Feud to Africa is a long-time dream. I believe Family Feud will become a household name for local South African and Ghanaian families. Steve Harvey, in a statement, says that I expect this show to lead multiple media and business projects in and throughout the continent. So after more than 40 years of success in the United States, will the show be as popular in Africa? The growing power and popularity of African music worldwide is exciting the music industry and influencing global culture and marketing. And as VOA's Jesusemen Oni reports, it is not just audiences from the diaspora that are dancing to the rhythm.
Pop beats from Africa are reaching airwaves and set lists as far away as Washington, D.C.
My favorite song on there, that's the Follow You. Yeah.
Known as Afropop or Afrobeats, the music genre, once limited to African circles, has gained traction in the West.
It's been really great seeing artists that a lot of us know in Africa make it on New York radio or DC radio or a radio station in Iowa. And people actually gravitating towards it.
Afrobeats got a big boost in recent years, from songs that feature transatlantic collaborations with American chart toppers like Chris Brown, Drake, and Rick Ross. But those artists shouldn't get all the credit for sparking interest in the music genre, says cultural architect Risakat Okede.
These folks, these artists have always had their own following. So even if you are Burna Boy or, Yemi Lade or something like that, and you're in Nigeria, there are Nigerians all over the world. So their music is always going to travel with the people.
Working with Billboard artists could mean a shot at global fame, says Cameroonian Afro-pop star Salatil, who recently worked with Beyoncé on the Lion King soundtrack.
Singing on the same song with Beyoncé and Pharrell Williams, it means many more people are going to look onto Salatil, the artist, who is he, and how come he's on this album.
And as African artists seek to dominate new markets, it's a wake-up call that African countries need to beef up their own music industries.
I think our infrastructure needs to be tighter, like the whole African music industry in general. Like, royalties is not a thing. And I don't know how producers eat.
That means artists are taking their talents elsewhere. Several African acts have signed record deals with big American labels. Nigerian musician Iceberg Slim says that's because the world is craving an authentic taste of Africa.
We have to give them Africa, we have to give them Nigeria, we have to give them our culture. So it's definitely important that we stick to our sounds and stick to our cultures. And that's basically what we're selling them. This whole Afrobeats movement, we're just selling a culture.
And that business is booming, bringing in fans from far beyond Africa's borders. Jesusemen Oni, VOA News, Washington.
Now, we told you last time about a ton of controversy surrounding Jay-Z's new deal with American football. Well, that partnership is underway, with Meek Mill, Meghan Trainor, and Rhapsody kicking off the NFL season opening game in Chicago. The trio has been named advocates for Inspire Change, an initiative meant to support various issues and causes, including criminal justice reform, better education, and improving police relations. There will be new music for songs of the season campaign to help raise money for Inspire Change, along with an apparel line. Inspire Change was created by NFL as part of an agreement with players who demonstrated during the national anthem to protest social and racial injustice. Those demonstrations were sparked by former San Francisco 49ers quarterback Colin Kaepernick kneeling during the national anthem in 2016. And thoughts and prayers are pouring in for actor and comedian Kevin Hart, who was recently involved in a car crash in Malibu, California. Kevin was in the car with two others when the car rolled off the side of the road into an embankment. The actor reportedly suffered major back injuries and underwent successful surgery. His friends have no doubt been supportive, including Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle co-star Dwayne Johnson, who Instagrammed a photo of the two, posting, "At Kevin Hart, we have a lot more laughing to do together. Love you, man. Stay strong." Meanwhile, prayers were taking place at another one of Kanye West's weekly Sunday service get-togethers in Watts, California, and this time with a special appearance by actor Brad Pitt. Kim Kardashian West was there to support her husband, sharing videos from the event on her Instagram. And when she's not supporting her husband, Kim Kardashian continues to work around criminal justice reform. You may remember the reality star brought attention to the case of Alice Marie Johnson, who had a life plus 25-year sentence without the possibility of parole for a first-time non-violent drug offense. After speaking with lawyers and visiting the White House to convince President Trump to pardon her, Johnson was freed. And more than a year after her release, Kim Kardashian has listed the 64-year-old grandmother to model her new shapewear line, Skims. As seen in Instagram videos posted on Kim's account, Miss Johnson tells her story, even confessing that she didn't know who Kim Kardashian was, but that she went to war for me. And things keep looking up for Taylor Swift. Fresh off winning a couple of video music awards and releasing her latest album, Lover, she now has another thing to celebrate. The track did very well. In fact, it became the biggest selling album in 2019 after only 1 week on sale, but it also accounted for 27% of all album sales in the country. Understandably, she's very happy with the album's success, posting a series of quotes on Instagram from various media outlets that are praising her work, adding the caption, "Thank you." So speaking of firsts, have you ever tried insects for dessert? Well, we've heard about the nutritional value of eating insects like high-protein ants, grasshoppers, and crickets. But what about insects in ice cream? Well, a company in South Africa is producing just that, saying that the sweet treat may even be better with bugs. VOA's Deborah Block tells us about it. Let's check it out.
This may look like a typical scoop of ice cream, but these flavors include an extra special ingredient, fly larvae. The larvae is farmed by a South Africa animal feed company. But according to Gourmet Grub, a Cape Town company that makes the ice cream, the protein-rich maggots are good for humans, too. Here, cocoa, honey, and the larvae are mixed together in an ice cream making machine.
Insects are typically environmentally friendly and sustainable to farm because they use very little land, water, and food to grow on. They aren't at risk of climate change because you can grow them in a controlled environment.
At this market in Cape Town, a couple of adventurous people decided to try out the sweet treat.
It tastes organic, basically like how you'd expect like a vegan ice cream maybe to taste. So it's nothing too unusual for sure. Something that I can expect people eating quite comfortably.
It tastes pretty good. It tastes like ice cream should taste. A little bit more earthy, a bit more organic taste. But yeah, I'm pretty happy.
This insect ecologist agrees fly larvae is nutritious, but he's not sure he would eat the ice cream.
The problem is one of culture, convincing people that this is something that they should be able to eat. I'm not sure that I would be interested in an ice cream or dairy product made of fly larvae, simply because there are a number of delicious plant-based alternatives available, and culturally they're much easier to stomach.
But Gourmet Grub thinks products like this larvae ice cream are helping to make insect food more acceptable worldwide.
I think insects and a lot of people have a mental barrier associated with that, but the ice cream has played a significant role in helping especially the Western consumers overcome that mental barrier.
To all things insects and food, Deborah Block, VOA News.
So what if you could go back in time and save someone that you love? Would you do that? Well, that's the concept of the new movie Don't Let Go, starring Selma actor David Oyelowo and actress Storm Reid. The film revolves around Jack Radcliffe, who receives an unlikely phone call from his niece, who has just been murdered. He comes to realize that he's speaking with his niece 2 weeks before she is supposed to die and must race against time to solve the murder before it happens. Despite not actually appearing together in many scenes, Oyelowo and Reid still managed to develop a bond.
It was challenging, but very early in, I think pre-production or before we started, we made it a point to agree to be on set with each other, even if we were on the phone, and even if we weren't in a scene together. I feel like our presence in the same room or just having that security or comfortability that we're just over there, but we are on the phone, I feel like really helped us, and tried to spend as much time off camera as we could to make the relationship seem real.
Yeah.
Oyelowo echoed Reid's sentiments.
Yeah, and I think that was something that we were very aware of, is that if the audience didn't buy into the relationship, the movie's dead.
And before we go, there's a new trailer for Joker highlighting the origin of the story of the DC Comics villain. And thanks for watching VOA's Red Carpet. I'm Jackson Vunganyi. For more entertainment news, check out our website at voanews.com or connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Until next time, goodbye everyone.